Ducky is joining the lightweight revolution with the Feather. They've been a bit quiet on the mouse front since the Ducky Secret and Ducky Secret M, but they've come out with a mouse like they've been releasing heaps over the years. Really surprising how good this is considering they're more known for keyboards. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a top mouse. So let's quickly run through the details. It's only 68 grams by my scales. For a small mouse, that's pretty good. The cable is a soft braid, nice and flexible, and great in a bungee. And slightly raised to help prevent drag, like the Zowie S2. It uses the 3389 optical sensor, which is one of the top sensors at the moment. And it's using Blue Huano switches. Huano switches are used in Zowie mice, usually known as hard to press in, but they're fine and they don't seem to develop the double click problem. Here's a quick sound test. Pretty deep snap and loud. The wheel is okay, feels like what's usually on Razer mice. Side buttons feel slightly mushy but low travel distance, so that's good. In the latency testing, seems about normal these days. I think there's a 4 millisecond debounce to protect from double clicks, but that's no issue. On the base you can change the liftoff height. On H and D it's about 1 DVD, on low it's under a DVD. Also the polling rate and the DPI. You can see the usual DPI steps, 400 to 3200, and a few extras. So you don't really need software for this mouse. The material of the shell on top is a nice textured plastic, gives just enough grip. And on the sides, this is where we see some holes. If you place your fingers at the front or back, you will be able to feel them. They seem okay though. Otherwise they have some rubber grips. I don't know how durable they're going to be, but they feel pretty good. So basically it's a low weight small mouse with a top sensor, flexible cable, pretty good buttons and some good features. That puts it near the top in most categories. All it needs now is a good shape. And well, yeah, they've chosen one of the best. It's a clone of the Zowie FK2, as in almost 1-to-1. Here it is from the side. Now the back. Notice the top is fairly flat with curves only on the sides, whereas the Viper has a more rounded top. The Viper is similar to the FK type design, but it isn't a clone. The Ducky Feather is though. Even the bottom has the same grooves to the big mouse feet, which they do include. They're the same shape and all. Slight comfort curves in the buttons too, so that's not very exciting. But given the Model O- is actually smaller than the FK2, at least people who want the FK2 size but with modern features can now have this as an option. As for measurements, again, just like the FK2, so I'll put them on screen. Generally, it's too low to be used as a palm grip mouse, but under 18 cm might make it work. Otherwise, I'd recommend for fingertip and claw grip at around 19 by 9.5 cm. The hump is in the middle, so not really a palm claw mouse. Here it is next to some other mice so you get a general idea of the size. And to conclude, it's a solid entry into the mouse market. And thankfully, we don't actually have the same size in its shell. Not with modern improvements anyway. So it can rank highly. I'm a little concerned about the side buttons being a little too big and in the way. Even though they didn't really bother me, I know they could bother some people. That's the problem with ambidextrous mice like this. I'd rather see the buttons flatter and smaller in the future. So I will rank it highly, but there are reasons that it didn't go quite as high as it could have. That said, it's their third attempt at a mouse, and for that, it's extremely good. And for everyone else, it could be a really solid choice if you like the FK2. But you want the modern improvements of lightweight, better cable, some RGB, and a new sensor. Great to see Ducky getting back into the mouse game like this. Looking forward to seeing more from them. And a big thanks to them for sending it out for review. But all thoughts of my own, this is an honest review. Usual links in the description if you want to help support what I do. And as always, subscribe, like and share this video, and I'll catch you in the next.
Last standing. Impressive. 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 Blue wins the round.